know we all been there. Finally, after months of work, you send your project to the client. And after a couple of days of no response, which is usually normal, right? They finally hit you up. And then you immediately look at it and they hit you with this.
Hey man, we took a couple of days with the team to review the video, and we think that this is a great start.
What do you mean a great start? What do you mean? That was actually supposed to be the final. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. So at this specific moment, the artists usually feel like it's a personal thing. The project that you send them is kind of like your piece of art, right? It's kind of like your child. And you send it to them and they're like, well, it's kind of ugly. What? It's okay to feel this way the first like 10 seconds, but then you have to be professional and take on the feedbacks. So what do we do in this situation? Well, luckily for you, I have 3 tips that you can implement right away and see the results immediately and not actually have any panic attacks when you're actually taking on the feedbacks. So let's go immediately into tip number 1. Tip number 1 is simply read it through fully, no pauses, on one go, and try to understand the overall tone of the feedback / email. If they actually pissed at something that you did, if they actually don't really like something you've done, or simply they kind of like this one, they just need to change maybe the color. Sometimes it's kind of scary to see the full 2 pages of feedback, but in reality, you can tackle them most of the time. It's nothing that crazy or insulting to your art. So keep that in mind. So after you do that, then you can go into tip number 2. Tip number 2 is simply read it again, but this time divide the feedbacks into macros topics. Why is that important? I think, at least. Because when the brain sees the 2 pages of feedbacks, it sees like a shit ton of words all over the page. And it gets really overwhelming for the brain to process all of that. But when you actually divide that into topics, then the brain sees 4, 5 maybe macros. So it's just like 5 things. Right? So it's immediately easier for the brain to, first of all, see the finish line. Second of all, to get what's going on and what needs to be done. And you might be saying, okay, but what are kind of like the macros? It can be anything. It can be anything that works for you, right? And your job. For example, in my case, since I'm a 3D generalist and a video editor, it can be a multiple of things, such as maybe, oh, I don't like this sound effects. We need to change sound effects. And you're like, okay, sound effects 1. Then I don't know, maybe the hair of the 3D character is not correct. Cool, we're gonna change it. So change hairstyle. Then we got the 3rd one is maybe lighting. I don't like the lighting on that one. Okay, fine. Then you get to 5 and that's it. Because they're not gonna give you more than 5 macro topics unless you like messed up the entire thing, but you know, usually it's not the case. So once you've done that and we have all these pieces of the puzzle that we need to put together, then you go into tip number 3. Tip number 3, actually it's divided into 2 case scenarios. Case scenario number 1, you woke up kind of tired, you haven't slept, you haven't eaten, I don't know, something happened before you sat on the chair ready to go to work, and that kind of makes you feel not 100%, probably towards 50%, right? We all have been there. We all have that day. We probably have more of those days than the other ones. But anyway, in that case, I like to reorder the pieces of the puzzle so that I start off with the easiest and quickest feedback because it's quicker to complete and I start off immediately with a win, right? Let's say we have to do 10 things. The first 4 are gonna be quick so that by the time I get to the 7 or 8 feedback, I'm actually already warmed up and I can tackle it without worrying about it too much. So that's case number 1. Case number 2 is actually the opposite. You feel great, you woke up refreshed and energized. By the way, I never feel that way, so it's always case number 1 for me. But anyway, and you read all the feedbacks and you feel confident enough to tackle it, then go ahead and make the first thing to do the hardest. Because you're so energized that you might as well take advantage of that energy to tackle the hardest immediately, and then right after that is going to be downhill. So again, this is my personal advice. It might work differently for you. You might feel the opposite. I don't know. You might wake up energized every day and you want to start with the easiest because you want to start chill. That's fine. But the main thing that I want you to take away from this video is that when you see feedbacks, when you have something that goes against you, even in life, and it's something that overwhelms you, don't panic yet, at least, and start with tip number one. Just read the entire thing thoroughly, try to understand what's going on, then divide it into simpler things, right? So that the brain kind of adapts to it and does not think that we're on fire, and then tackle them accordingly to your preferences. But at the end of the day, you just want to stack wins and wins and wins and wins throughout the day. That's the main thing. So again, thank you for watching, and I hope you like this type of videos. If you actually do, then comment down below, let me know, and also share, like this video, do anything you want. Thank you so much, and let me know at the end of the day if these tips were useful, right? So yeah, thank you, and have a great one.